Let's talk about managing our waste at home. So our waste at home can be a cumbersome process, or it can also be expensive. In Kenya, we have private companies that collect our waste and they charge a fee. So maybe they come and they collect it on a weekly basis, and they charge a fee for that. It can be expensive, the whole process of getting garbage bags, what have you. It can be a cumbersome and maybe costly exercise. On the other hand, when that garbage is collected, it's taken to something called a landfill. A landfill is a place where this waste it goes and it's dumped, right? And in this landfill, when the garbage gets there, as it decomposes and it breaks down and what have you, it produces harmful gases, toxic gases called greenhouse gases. And this is harmful to our general health. So basically, the purpose of this video is to look at ways in which we can manage our waste at home in a way that is responsible towards the environment, and it can actually be beneficial to us. So I'm going to classify our household waste in two categories: organic and inorganic. So organic, but when I talk about organic waste, I'm talking about the waste that we can work with to produce something beneficial. And inorganic waste is the one you can either recycle, like glass, plastic, like that you can recycle, or you would have to then put out to go to the garbage guys. So organic waste is what we are looking at now, a little bit more in depth, and to see how we can make it work for us. So now when I come to organic waste, I'm also going to break it down into two. I'll look at organic waste cooked and organic waste raw. Yeah, so and by raw I mean vegetables. Okay, let me put it this way: organic waste meat, dairy; organic waste vegetable. I think that is better. Yes. So for organic waste meat, dairy, you're talking about whether it is raw or it is cooked. And I'm also going to add into this cooked vegetables because of the oil factor. So let us take away our cooked vegetables into this other category. So organic waste, cooked food, meat, dairy products. I'm going to put those into one category because we'll deal with them as one category. And then we have organic waste. This is the easier one to deal with, which is the organic waste that is raw. So your raw vegetables, maybe at most steamed vegetables without oil, and peels and fruits and things like that. So we put those in one category. And so let me now come back to this other category, that is your cooked food with oils and your meats and your dairies. What is the easiest way to deal with this? So the easiest way to deal with this is to do something called bokashi fermentation. Bokashi fermentation is a method in which you put your waste in a bin and it slowly ferments, without any smell, without any animals or anything. And in subsequent videos, I'm going to show how to do this practically. And it breaks it down into a material in which you can now finally compost. The second category of this, which is our vegetables and our fruits, we can compost this into, and this we can do something called hot composting or cold composting. Again, we're going to go in deep detail in terms of how exactly we do this. Yeah, so we can do composting, or we can also have the element of incorporating worms into our composting process. So when we are looking at our waste at home, we can separate it into two: organic, or let's call it into three. Inorganic, which is your plastic and your glass, and then organic, you split it into two. So you have these two categories. Now I'm going to add another category into our organic waste, and that is paper. Paper is also compostable in either this bokashi fermentation or in just general composting. So with paper, what do I mean? I mean cardboard boxes and paper without heavy inks that are full of chemicals. So with the paper, you remove all sorts of things like plastic sellotape and pins, like that, and you can put them into this. You can add tissues, you can add the tissue roll, the thing that is left when the tissue is finished, you can add that. You can add your kitchen napkins, and if your kitchen napkins have oil, put them into this bokashi. If your kitchen napkins have no oil, then you can put them into this other. So if you start by categorizing your waste like that in those three categories, you're off to a good start. And then now next we are going to talk about how to do bokashi, and how to compost.